before the midterms would be difficult, we decided collectively between the president, senators and House members, let's work on a far better reconciliation bill than the skinny one that we brought to us that had no pay for us. And President Trump and his team, let's do a far better job of providing the support the finest among us deserve in the military, but also do whatever we can using reconciliation to pass some election integrity. The reason we didn't pass the Save America Act isn't because of Republicans, it's because Democrats refuse to vote for any election integrity measure because they want to make it easy to cheat. Go figure.
Senate Budget Committee Chair Ron Johnson with me on this program yesterday on whether or not the Senate can pass his budget blueprint ahead of the midterms. It includes tens of billions of dollars in spending for the military, farm programs, and election integrity measures. Congress now poised for a post-recess September scramble as Republicans race to advance President Trump's agenda before November. Joining me now is Georgia Congressman Richard McCormick. Congressman, if the Democrats win control of Congress, the House, they could block or delay major parts of President Trump's agenda for the next 2 years. So what can get done?
That's a really important question we're asking ourselves right now. And when you look at the budget, I think it's the one part of Congress that needs to be passed with a simple majority. Instead of having the Senate have a filibuster on the budget, our only constitutional responsibility per year, I don't mind having a simple majority. And think about this. Even when they're in charge, when the Democrats are in charge, I don't mind them doing it, because whenever you have to have 60 votes, it means more pork. So we lose no matter who's in charge. As far as reconciliation goes, we have to understand we are at war. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm very concerned about Iran's impact on our economy and inflation and the straits. That could really affect the midterms. I'm concerned about them using that and leveraging it to actually take over Congress.
Yeah, well, and certainly there's a lot of other hearings and controversies that we've seen erupt in Washington, and in particular with regards to Dr. Fauci. So newly released text messages from Dr. Fauci's COVID-era phone show him privately raising concerns about the vaccine's effect on pregnant women, despite telling the public in February and August of 2021 that it was perfectly safe. Watch this flashback.
Thus far, with thousands of women who are pregnant having gotten the vaccine following the EUA, there have been no red flags of anything that anyone would be worried about.
There are severe adverse outcomes for mother and baby during COVID-19 infection. Therefore, it is extremely important for pregnant women and women planning to get pregnant to get vaccinated.
And text showed that Dr. Fauci told then CDC Director Rochelle Walensky and Surgeon General Vivek Murthy, quote, since many people have significant cytokine storm and fever after the second dose, this theoretically could be associated with miscarriage in the first trimester. So you introduced the Stop the Swamp Act. So that bars people like Dr. Fauci from future federal employment under certain circumstances. So talk about the tie-in here and what you're proposing.
So basically, anybody can plead the fifth. That's your constitutional right. But just like if you work at McDonald's and you have, at the end of the day, your till is short $20, you can plead the fifth, but they don't have to keep you employed there. It's just common sense. If you're going to plead the fifth, you no longer have the right to work for the American government. We can fire you just like any other business. I know it's the American government, but the American people need accountability too. And we think that the Stop the Swamp Act basically does exactly that, especially for younger people. I know it's not going to affect Dr. Fauci as much. He's probably not going to ever work for the government again, but we want to make sure this never happens in the future. This is ridiculous. We need more accountability. I'm very concerned for the future. I hope America is paying attention too. Never let the government run your life. Never give up your own self-determination into the future. I hope we learned our lesson.
Well, I think that, there is some interesting aspects of what we've heard and seen from Dr. Fauci in particular because of that broad-reaching pardon that he was handed on the last day of President Biden's time at the White House. And, was it the auto pen? Maria's asked that question. But something else that Senator Johnson told me I think was really interesting and something that might, really be part of your agenda when you get back to Washington, Congressman. Listen to what he said about what they've been finding on that phone of Dr. Fauci's. Watch.
We only just started getting these devices, these documents. My investigation's only just begun. I've been writing oversight letters all through the Biden administration. We never got squat out of them. The phone has 34,000 text messages, right? anybody who texts realizes as soon as you get a text message, you put that person in your contacts so you know who that person's texting you. We have 3 contacts in Fauci's phone. Everything else, all these text messages are associated with the phone number, which indicates to me he deleted his contact numbers. So it's going to take time to match these phone numbers with a person. It's just going to be more difficult to uncover what is hidden in these texts.
Congressman, your reaction to that?
This is going to hopefully result in a conviction, but quite frankly, he has been pardoned for a lot proactively. I think it's ridiculous that you can pardon somebody for something they haven't even been accused or convicted of yet. I think that's a ridiculous pardon. We need to probably address that in Congress also. The whole pardoning process, I think, is overused by several presidents. There was pay for play in the past with Clinton. If you look at the exchange that I had with Fauci back in the COVID era and what we did with the COVID committee, I think the words out of his own mouth, the fact that he wanted to take away people's rights, take away your ability to work, to go to school, to travel, all those things, unless you did what the government told you to, shame on him.
All right. Well, Congressman, you recently hosted a very successful statewide job fair. You were with Small Business Administrator Kelly Loeffler, and you got together more than 100 employers, over 1,000 job seekers from across Georgia. Tell us how this is going with the workforce in particular in Georgia. And, as we had kind of a rough jobs report this past Friday, and the market certainly had reacted to it, what is your take right now on the U.S. job market?
Well, this is the exciting thing. I love this. I love the fact that we're actually able to show that there are more jobs and job seekers available, that they can get on the job trained, that the business of America is business. We need to make sure that people understand they can get work. Just come up, show up, go out there, find hope. I think this is our first job fair that we've had. I'm really excited about growing this every single year, showing more and more opportunities. We just have to get out there and work. I mean, that's what gives you value. Getting things from the government never make you happy. It's what you earn that gives you value, gives you happiness, gives you a brighter future and self-determination. That's the American dream.
Congressman Richard McCormick, it's always great to have you on the program. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be right back, everybody.